Now let's take a look at a brief demonstration of the new Essbase Studio. First, here's the main page of our new Essbase Studio. As you can see in the Get Started page here in the middle, we've got our different wizards that are available to you to help walk through deploying an Essbase cube. We've got the Data Source Wizard, Mini Schema Wizard, your hierarchies, measure hierarchies, the Cube Schema Wizard, cube deployment for deploying your Essbase cubes. You can have a wizard to help with your drill-through reports, as well as the alias set manager. Basically, in this case, to help save time, I've already gone and created, done most of the work here. I've created the data sources, created a mini schema, and pulled all the elements in and created hierarchies, and we'll go through and deploy. I'll go here and show you where everything lies within the Essbase Studio. So first, we work on data sources. We need to start, we need to create data sources. So I've gone and added 4 different data sources to my Essbase Studio, one of them being the TBC, which we'll be working off of here today. You can see all the different elements that fall underneath those data sources. Then the second step is create a mini schema or a model. So I went and created a TBC schema with all these different elements involved in that schema. If you're familiar with EIS, building this schema will look quite familiar to you. As you can see here in the middle of the screen, here's a what the schema looks like. Then the next step after creating that mini schema is we go and start putting together our elements, hierarchies, and build drill-through reports if you want, and create that cube deployment scheme. So first, I like to organize mine, so I went and said, okay, this is going to be for my TBC cube. I created some dimension elements. It's as simple as drag and drop over here to create those dimension elements to have it nicely organized. Then next step was I created hierarchies. You can see in this cube we'll have 5 different dimensions with hierarchies. If I want to go in and verify that this looks accurate, I can do a preview. This will show me a preview of what my hierarchy for the product dimension will look like. So before I go and deploy my cube, I can make sure that I built it correctly. After putting together hierarchies, I went and created the actual cube schema. With the cube schema, I can actually deploy my cube from here, as well as what I had mentioned earlier in the presentation about traceability, or showing the lineage. So in this case, we're going to show the lineage of this model that we created. So in this case, for our TBC1 model, this is the lineage that works out there. So if I were to come after I created this, and I can come back and say, okay, well, in the data warehouse, we are going to make a change to one of our tables. And maybe we want to make a change in our directors. We're changing some of the directors. So I can see which elements then will be affected. In this case, it would just be the director, which falls underneath the market dimension. If I would have additional cubes built out here, and I would use this same data source, I can see how many different cubes would be affected by changing that specific data source. Or, for instance, I can go and see, let's say I'm going to make a change to my market dimension. I can actually go on market, click on it, and say show the lineage from that specific point. I can see all the different pieces that would be affected by making a change to the market dimension. So you can see that the traceability would help you as far as maintaining or making changes to your Essbase cubes. So now when we go back to our main screen here on Essbase Studio, the next thing that I then went and added as well is a drill-through. I created a drill-through report on our supplier. So to deploy an Essbase cube, it's very, very simple. we're just going to go into the model that we created, right-click on that, and say Cube Deployment Wizard. It's going to walk me through a wizard on deploying it. So in this case, I'm just going to go in here and call it TBC2, since I already made one and created it and called it TBC1. TBC2, and I can just build the outline, or I can just load data, or build the outline and load data. In this case, I'm going to do both at the same time. And this is a very small database, so it doesn't take too long to do the cube deployment. As you can see, the nice graphics working there. One thing I would recommend if you're building a much larger cube, especially in the initial development and creation of it, I would recommend just building the outline first. It's going to take much less time than building the outline and loading data. So if you just build the outline, you can go then and verify that you built the cube accurately, and then go back and load the data once you're finished verifying everything. So in this case, mine says that deployment TBC2 succeeded. It had some warnings. Basically, the reason it had some warnings is I didn't finish my work. I didn't do all the calculation scripts and stuff to make sure that it was completed, but it will work this way for what I'm going to show you. So everything's been deployed. We're going to flip over then to EAS. You can see right now, when I opened it up earlier, I only have TBC1 database. So we're going to go and refresh our list here, and you can see the TBC2 has been added now. We can go out and view the outline that we just created. So we can go out and let's take a look at our products. And we can see that we've got all the different products out there. No aliases yet, so I'm going to go into my properties and set my alias table so we can go and see those. And we can see all the aliases then are there. In order to do some reporting on this, I need to run a calculation on it. I'm just going to run a default calc. Okay, everything's done there. So now actually I can, just to show you that it worked, let's flip over to our Smart View in Excel. In this case, I've got a template already created. Let's go using our new data source manager and go into my Essbase database. I can see I've got my TBC2 database out there, and I'm going to go and just say ad hoc analysis, which will refresh my my workbook here, and you can see all the numbers then are populated. So we know that the numbers are in there, the data was loaded, the outline's working. We can go through here and do our drill throughs, or drill down, zoom ins like we were used to. And now for the drill through that I created, you can see as just by clicking on that cell, it tells me that there's a drill through report available for that specific cell. I can just simply right click on that, go to my Hyperion tab and ad hoc analysis, and let's see what drill through reports. If you had multiple drill through reports on that cell, it would give them to you here. In this case, I only created the supplier. I can launch that. It's going to open up a new workbook and tell me that for that specific product, the product 100, my vendor for that is High Tech Drinks, located out in Sunnyvale, California. So that concludes our brief demonstration of Essbase Studio. Let's get back to our presentation. I want to thank you for your time today. Thank you for joining us. Again, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me via my email or my direct line. Also, come out and connect with me on LinkedIn. We also have a fan page out on Facebook. Please connect to HCG as a fan on Facebook, and we'll keep you updated on any new webinars going on or any new things happening in the industry, as well as any deals on training or consulting that we may have going on. Again, thank you for your time. If you have any needs around your Essbase or other Oracle BI, EPM, and Hyperion product needs, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you. Thank you again, and have a great day.